Laurie Majka, creator of Soul Heart Art. Soul Heart Art is a collection of 400 paintings that I created over a 5-year period. All of my paintings feature a heart flying with a banner attached to it that includes inspirational messages designed to send positive energy into the world. Today's featured painting is called Shield Yourself. Now, when I create these paintings, I also write a SoulWhisper, which is a collection of ideas designed to enhance the sentiments behind the paintings. And today's SoulWhisper was inspired by an incident that happened to me on an airplane when 2 passengers got into a fight, an argument, hitting each other back and forth that caused the plane to actually have to return to the gate. It was a terrible experience. But here is the SoulWhisper. You can't control the actions of others, only your own. Heightened emotions can put you in a situation that can quickly spiral out of control. Listen to your higher self, because how you respond sends ripples from you into the world. Today's Soul Whisper is featured in my book, Whispers of Positive Thoughts and Inspiration, which is a collection of 40 paintings and their soul whispers designed to help you have more positive thoughts. Okay, so back to the backstory behind this painting. So I used to travel for work every week, and I was on an airplane leaving O'Hare when these 2 women in the row directly in front of me began fighting back and forth. They were actually fighting over whether the window shade should be opened or closed. It was a pretty benign thing, but it escalated enough that the flight attendant got involved, got out of his seat when the plane was backing and heading towards the runway. And he told the 2 women to stop it. And the one woman continued to argue. And at that point he said, if you don't stop talking, I'm going to go talk to the captain and we're going to turn this plane around. And unbelievably, the lady would not shut up. And sure enough, true to his word, the flight attendant marched himself to the cockpit, and the entire 136 passenger flight had to return to the gate. And when we arrived at the gate, there were standing units of police and canine units, and they stormed the flight and confronted the 2 women. Ultimately, they removed one of the women from the flight before we continued on our journey. And the woman who caused the commotion stood up and turned around and looked at me, and she made some comment. And I said to her, this all could have been avoided if you had just been quiet when he asked you not to say another word. And she replied, but that was only 30 seconds. And my response was, sometimes 30 seconds are all that count. I think it's an interesting story, and it was an interesting incident. If you want to read more about the backstory for this painting and the other inspiration behind it, there will be a link below that you can click on. The other thing I want to mention that I think is super important in this day and age is shielding yourself from the negative things that do not serve you. I have a personal practice of not engaging in negativity in my life, with people in my life, and I especially do not engage in the negativity of the news. Now, I know it's important to stay informed, and trust me, if you don't watch the news, people around you will still let you know what's going on in the world. But I think as a practice, avoiding the negativity from the news helps me keep my vibration higher, and I find that I'm overall happier and less stressed than probably the majority of the people who are glued to the news. Because let's face it, what we're being fed isn't always a reality. Food for thought. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button, because I will be publishing the Soul Whispers Monday through Friday, and share this video so that we can together help send more inspiration into the world. And as always, I hope my work encourages you to listen to the whispers from your soul.